He bought a new house, only to be looked down on by his own family. His mother complained that the place was too dark, and his daughter said the location was awful. Trying to make everyone happy, Jack went out of his way to prepare a nice meal, but his wife and children decided to eat out instead, leaving him sitting there alone. What should have been a joyful day ended with nothing but Jack's lonely figure in the background. Jack was a hard-working, ordinary employee. Every day at work, he was scolded by his boss and criticized for poor performance. One night on his way home, he ran into some thugs trying to rob someone. He didn't dare step in and turn to leave, only to run into his daughter. Even she looked at him with contempt and called him a loser. Jack had spent his entire life being looked down on. After years of effort, he finally managed to buy a new house. He thought his good days were about to begin. But then he was diagnosed with cancer and told he only had 3 months to live. After much hesitation, he decided to tell his family the truth. To his surprise, neither his wife nor his children would even answer his calls. That evening, just as the words reached his lips, his daughter interrupted him again. His wife also ordered him to get rid of the dog immediately. No one cared about what he was trying to say. He took his dog out for a walk and began to reflect on the meaning of life. Then he quietly unclipped the leash and softly said, "I'm sorry." After that, he turned and hurried away. Even though his heart was full of reluctance, Jack ran all the way to the park. He thought he had finally lost the dog, but when he turned around, the dog was already there, waiting for him. At that moment, Jack completely broke down. He hugged the dog tightly and burst into tears. Besides Jack, there was also a teenage boy sitting in the park. Suddenly, a blinding white light lit up the night sky. An unidentified object came hurtling toward them at incredible speed. Before either of them could react, it exploded. When morning came, Jack woke up. To his shock, the nearsightedness he'd had for years was completely gone. There were no signs of an explosion anywhere in the park. He figured it must have all been a nightmare, so he quietly took the dog and went back home. At the dinner table, Jack picked up the bowl of miso soup and drank it in one go. Yet he couldn't taste anything at all. At the same time, his body felt unbearably thirsty. He turned on the faucet and kept drinking water nonstop. His family showed no concern for his strange behavior. Afterward, Jack went back to his room. He convinced himself that this must be a sign he was about to die. Just as grief washed over him, smoke suddenly began to rise from his arm. Then his fingernails popped open, revealing 2 charging ports underneath. Before Jack could even process his shock, his arm suddenly transformed into a high-tech weapon. That was when he noticed a button on his neck. When he pressed it gently, his head slowly opened up. Inside was a spinning coil.